I'm so sad. Only has. I'm so sad. So sad.
Today's video is specifically for that person who might be watching this right now and you just are struggling to move forward. You're struggling to get up. You don't know how to move forward because maybe you're just feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated or way too sad. Whatever it is you're dealing with, I hope that this video can bring you some inspiration and motivation to keep pressing forward in spite of the difficulties that you may be going through. Also, hi, my name is Esther. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be starting off with cleaning our bedroom. I'm not looking to get it perfect. I just wanted to get it straightened up and then also straighten up our bathroom. I don't know about you guys, but January has been a challenging month. And even right now, I kind of feel like the tears are coming to my eyes. Just even saying that, it's definitely been challenging. And I know for me personally, I've been struggling with feeling overstimulated and haven't been sleeping the best, and also been kind of struggling with, like, I don't know, I thought January was going to be different than what has happened so far, and I'll get more into that a little bit later, but it definitely has not gone as I imagined it would. And that's okay, because I feel like I'm learning to pivot and learning to overcome despite the challenges that have been thrown at me. And so one way that I am working on that, sorry, that was my phone. One way I am working on doing that is this morning when I picked up my camera to record, I wrote myself a list so that I had things to focus on for the day so that I could help myself move forward, since on this morning I feel like I wasn't thinking that clearly. Anyways, I hope this can bring you some inspiration for your own home or your life if you need it, and just hang in there. Also, thank you for clicking on my content, and I'm just gonna straighten things up a little bit and I'll update you in a second.
Only has sad. Started back to my heart. Only has. I'm so sad. So sad. Only has sad. Started back to my heart. Only has. I'm so sad. So sad.
Planning to paint our room soon, and also these curtains were just already falling off the wall, and so I wanted to remove this rod. This rod is so annoying, it wouldn't even stay together that great, so as you could see, I had to kind of tape it with, I think that's called electrical tape, to keep it from moving around every time I would open and close the curtains. It literally was driving me nuts, so I'm going to take that down. I still need to patch the holes, so I plan to do that in the future.
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. I already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.
When I woke up this morning, I knew that I wanted to focus on something positive and to keep moving forward. I had found out on January 10th that my grandma Shelley had passed away. And I learned a lot from her growing up. While things were definitely not perfect, I don't think any family is perfect. We all have, negative things as well. I personally choose and am choosing to focus on the positive things. And there's a lot that I learned from my grandma growing up. She taught me how to cook and clean and how to drive. I can tell you a story about that later, actually. But I wanted to get my room nice and cozy because that's one thing my grandma was great at doing. And I kind of lost it here because after getting everything nice and cozy, it just really hit me in this moment. Just thinking of everything, and just that's not the only thing to happen this month. We have another family member that ended up in the hospital, and so we've been dealing with that as well. And it's just been kind of a heavy month, and I'm trying my best to juggle it all and to stay strong and to move forward. And I'll definitely say that God has been my strong tower throughout all of this. I've been reading my Bible daily and also listening to my worship music, and so that has brought me a lot of peace. But for me, I don't want to get stuck in a depressed state, and I think it's very healthy and important to have a time to mourn and to get those feelings out. Honestly, I was crying about some other things that are going on, but I just don't want to share all those details of my life. I will just leave it at it's been pretty heavy. And so if you are also going through something, I hope that you just find a way to find some peace and to also keep moving forward. I know this might sound silly, but I swear it's just helped me so much is to write things down. Because I really feel like I've been struggling sometimes to even think clearly because I have so much on my plate right now that I have to get done and do and take care of. And so having it all wrote down has definitely helped me with everything.
Soaring back to my heart, yeah. Holding hands, I'm so sad. So sad. Holding hands, soaring back to my heart, yeah. Holding hands, I'm so sad.
So while I tackle these dishes, I was gonna tell you guys how my grandma Shelley taught me how to drive is she used to have an Astro van. She had a van all of her life, some type of van. And we used to take road trips to Oregon to visit her sister. And when I was only 12 years old, she would have me unbuckle while we were going down the freeway 65 miles an hour and have me sit on the center console and practice having me steer. Obviously she was in the driver's seat. No, that is not safe to do, and I do not recommend, but it is honestly how I started to learn to drive. You'll have to let me know, did anybody else out there have a grandparent kind of teach you how to drive like that? I would love to hear your crazy driving stories if you have any. But yeah, as we were driving on the freeway, she would just put it on cruise control in the slow lane and have me steer. And then as we passed different signs, she would point at the signs and test me and ask me, what does that sign mean? What does a double yellow line mean? And so I, of course, as a 12-year-old, thought that was the coolest thing ever and had so much fun. I also remember like she just was always prepared. So I think I know I definitely learned this from her. She always had a cooler in her car and she had it full of all different types of soda pops. She always would have disposable utensils and paper towels and hand wipes, salt and pepper, basically like anything you needed. Grandma had it and was prepared for everything. And I swear, like, I'm not as good at her in this area as always being prepared, but I do have like a little go bag that I try and pack myself that has like baby wipes and, different snacks inside of it. And usually I try and pick healthier things because I'm not too much of a soda drinker. I'll have it from time to time, but I just remember her soda was always cold as well, because at night she would leave her cooler open. And so when it got cold at night, because she lived in Washington State. Well, that's where I was born and raised, in Washington State, but I'm in Ohio now. Anyways, she would open her cooler at night, and in the morning she would close the lid to the cooler, and she never had to put any type of ice in her cooler because it just always was cold from her doing that. So yeah, she was a smart lady, and I definitely learned a few really good things from her.
You tell me you're scared. You tell me you're weak, but I know you're stronger than what you think. And I know it's hard. It's rough, but we'll make it through, and I'll back you up. Wherever you're going, I'm going too. I'll follow you through the black and the blue. Whatever the mountain, we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death.
Ruben was so sweet and had ended up bringing me home a bouquet of flowers, and unfortunately I did not get them in the water right away, so a couple of them looked kind of wilted, and I honestly thought that they were completely dead, but they bounced right back after being in the water for a couple of hours, and so I was happy about that. You'll have to let me know, do you like receiving flowers? Ruben used to get them for me about once a month, and after a while, I told him that is just too often. Like, I love flowers, but I just like receiving them every once in a while, not every single month. I feel like that was a little bit too much. And I know he was just trying to be really sweet because I do really love fresh flowers, but I don't know. It's like you can definitely have too much of a good thing. So anyways, you'll have to let me know, do you like receiving fresh flowers? I know not everyone does.
I'll follow you through the black and the blue. Whatever the mountain, we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death.
I think with everything going on this month, I have just been reflecting a lot on life and thinking a lot about my past. And I was actually talking with one of my coworkers kind of about my childhood and growing up. And this person was quite surprised at my childhood. They assumed that because we live in kind of a nicer home that I just like came from already a nicer, well-off family. And my parents were on welfare until I was about 13. We always lived in an RV or like a travel trailer in someone's yard or like driveway, or a single wide trailer. We moved around a lot when we were younger, or we would live with family. And I'm actually really thankful for the life I had growing up, even though there are a lot of spots in my childhood that hurt to think about. But the tough parts from my childhood made me who I am today. And I feel like without those experiences, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I also wouldn't kind of have like the mindset that I have. I wouldn't have I feel like I'm very independent. I'm pretty self-driven. I work really hard, and I feel like I'm not always the most confident with some things in life, but like there are a few things I am very confident in, and I know I could be a great helper. I know I am very capable of a lot of things, and I feel like those are things that I can say humbly. Also, I hope this doesn't gross you out, because this really grossed me out right here. We had let someone borrow our vacuum, and I won't say who, but it's seen some pretty gross things. I mean, we suck up cat litter with it all the time, so I mean, it needed to be cleaned, but it also saw some even more gross things, and I was like, it is time to clean it, because it also was smelling really bad. You know, like everyone has their own smell, and it just wasn't smelling like us anymore, and so I needed to get it really clean. But anyways, so I feel like, back to what I was saying, I feel very blessed to live where we live. I feel very thankful and grateful for the life that Ruben and I have been able to build. My first house that I lived in was a single wide trailer, and that was another thing that like my grandma always taught me. She lived in a double wide trailer, and it was the cutest trailer you would ever see. In fact, if you guys haven't seen Kelly's Corner on YouTube, go check her out. She lives in a double wide, and she doesn't plan to move. She's remodeling it herself. She is like one of my major inspirations for my YouTube videos, because it just kind of reminds me of like where I came from. And you know, even if I lived in a trailer now, I would be doing what this other girl, Kelly's Corner, I would be doing exactly what she's doing. It's like you just make the best with what you have. And that is another lesson that I learned from my grandma, and I'm so thankful for. She taught me to take care of my things and to take care of myself and my hygiene. And so yeah, that is just something else that's kind of been on my mind lately. I did not record this, but I had just got done giving Alpha a bath, and he does not like baths, but he is of course always happy as soon as he is done with his bath time. And then his bedding was all nice and clean, and the first thing he wants to do is go right back to his bedding. The other thing I am working on is making RJ some spaghetti again, just kind of thinking about my grandma. She would always make some of my favorite things, and so I wanted to do that for RJ today. I know he absolutely gets so excited over spaghetti. We don't make it that often, and so being this was a Saturday and he was home, I wanted to do that for him.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight, didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch
This video clip is about 36 seconds long and it is sped up at 9 times the speed. And I was just thinking, how nice would it be if I had a robot to fold my laundry for me this quickly? And then that thought led to, wait a minute, are there even laundry folding robots? And so I did a quick Google search, and of course there are laundry folding Tesla robots. So anyways, they're probably out of my price range. I am going to be putting away this laundry, and then I need to move on to cleaning our bathtub because Alpha's pet hair is still all in the tub, and I wanted to take a big bubble bath later this day to kind of like decompose after all of this. Decompose, that's the right word. Decompress. Not decompose. Decompress after all of this cleaning.
I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as
So I am actually going to be getting in the shower and scrubbing it before I actually like take a shower and a hot bath. So I'm going to do that off camera. And really quickly, I had spilt some coffee in this drawer, and so I wanted to vacuum it up. And oh my gosh, this vacuum makes it so easy and simple to do. Just a quick switch of the attachment. Also, I've never showed really like our full cat area in our laundry room. I really hate this area, and part of me kind of wants to get a stackable washer and dryer so that we can have more floor space and maybe do like an automatic cat box in this area. Really, there is no good place to put our cat box. I've thought about getting a cat cabinet, but then that means it'd have to be in the living room, and just ew. I cannot stand cat boxes. They just gross me out so terribly bad. And then I don't know how this keeps happening, but every time Odin, he has actually FIV. We adopted him from the Humane Society that way, and he's like not the healthiest. He's kind of losing his teeth, and so the vet let us know, he has to be eating some soft food, and somehow he always gets the soft food all over the wall. In fact, I just cleaned this up, and not even like 2 days later, it's terrible. There are so many splatters all over the wall. So I still need to figure out what to do about that. If you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. But usually my boys clean this area because most of the time I refuse to go anywhere near the cat box. But just with everything going on this month, this area really needed to be cleaned. And so I decided to go ahead and just get it done right now.
you will find a way. Slow it down, clean till yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. You'll make it in time. You'll make it in time. You'll make it in time.
going to start tidying up our living room now and get this area vacuumed. Normally I would use our corded Dyson for the downstairs area, but since I had washed it and all the filters were still wet, I have to give that at least 24 hours for it to dry. One of my girlfriends was asking me about the new cordless vacuum that we got, and I let her know, like, if you're looking for a really deep clean, probably this cordless is not the best for you. For us, we plan to use it mostly just upstairs, which we don't wear shoes upstairs and the pets don't go upstairs. We have like a little gate that we prop up at night so that they don't sneak up there. That means there's not a bunch of cat litter getting on the carpet up there, and there's not a bunch of pet hair getting up there, and it just makes my life easier, less like work to clean, less pet fur to get up and out of the carpet. So it's nice for like low traffic areas where it's not going to be as dirty. I'm still going to take our Dyson, our corded Dyson, upstairs from time to time to do a real good deep clean, since the cordless vacuum only lasts 5 minutes on its turbo power, so like its highest suction power, which is not long enough to do our entire upstairs. Now on level 2, I believe it said 17 minutes. It'll last on level 2, and then on like its lowest setting, level 1, which is the lowest suction, lasts up to 45 minutes. I used it for our entire upstairs on level 2, and that is all the time that I needed before I plugged it in. It still had plenty of battery left, so it's perfect for our upstairs, but I really don't want to use it downstairs too often, maybe just for the kitchen area to do like a quick clean there. But definitely this carpet here in the living room, since this is where the pets are the majority of the time, it needs something with a little bit more suction on the regular. Like I shared earlier, I am going to be scrubbing my shower down now that our house is mostly nice and tidied, and then I am going to take a nice hot bath that I was looking forward to so much on this day. If you made it to the end of the video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed and you like this type of content and want to see more from me in the future, please hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch my content. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Do you remember me? Do you remember me?
He doesn't remember really anybody.
No, I do. Yeah. Okay.
Eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day. But I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul. Hold my hand. Don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair.